All right, good afternoon, good morning, Methodical Man here, coming to you guys on a Sunday morning. We are going to go over the 15-minute mechanical strategy that we've been trading. Going to go over this week's results, and then at the end of the video here, we're going to kind of give our take and our thoughts on the strategy overall. We are on episode 16, so we are completing our 4-month forward test of the strategy. In the back test, it ran at about a 50% win rate. And so far, here through 15 weeks, we're at 44% win rate, 3,320 total profit, and $221 per week on average. So those are the results so far. Let's get into this week's highlights. And at the end of the video here, we'll go over those and make a decision if this is something we're going to continue trading or not. So let's get into the highlights. I guess wanting to take the top side here. I don't love the longs into the highs, but this is what it tells us to do. So that's what we're going to do. So we need to push into 380 in order to lock in 10 handles. So if we can get that 380 area there, we'll lock in 10. Can't show weakness here, though. It's got to go quickly, really. Not a whole lot of consolidation in that 15-minute range before it tagged us in. So gots to go quickly if it's going to go. See a little bit of red on the WADA there. Don't love that. Might be a quick death today if the buyers don't pop in here. Push it, push it, push it. Let's go. I don't think 16,400 is too much to ask here. Could do it. Not too much to ask. All right, there comes some volume. Just want to spike right through the highs there. This 15-minute breakout's been struggling the last few weeks. We need some good winners on this thing. Get our confidence back on it. So run the 80s there. That's all we're asking. Just run the 80. And we'll lock in 70. You can do it. You got more. You got more. Maybe you don't have more. It's trying. Yeah, we do got a pivot point up here at, where's that at? Oh, I need to change this. All right, I might get stopped out. Come on, push it. 393 is the pivot. What happened? Oh. Come on, we got to go here. Got to push. Sellers popping in pretty heavy here on the WADA. Just grinding here. Come on. You can go. No, that's not a pivot. That's what happened. I selected the wrong one. That's just the line we need to get to lock in some profits. We have to get there now. Feels like we have to get there now on this push or we're not going to make it. That's the feeling that I get. We're kind of struggling here. 3-minute chart on the ES especially looking weak. Water fasting, how do we know when to change the next expiration date? I don't know. I just went ahead and changed today. Volume is about equal on both. Slightly higher on the March contract, so I just went ahead and swapped. Volume seems okay here. And Ninja said to swap, so when Ninja says to swap, I typically do it. We need this buyers to pop in here. These last two candles looking pretty weak. And we're going to be stopped here, looks like. Come on, buyers. Come on, buyers. Where you at? Higher open interest. Yeah, Harambe says. These 1-minute candles looking especially weak here. They're looking weak. No bodies. All wick. Two accounts blown. That sucks. 7 money. That's no bueno. This thing is like the thing is there's sellers here, but they're not pushing it down. So that does tell me if the buyers pop in here, this thing's going to really go. We're going to rip fast. If the buyers just pop in here decently, should have a rip up here if the buyers can just pop in. The seller's unable to push it down. There comes some buyers. Need them to continue. Keep building. This thing should rip. Should rip right through the 80 here. You bought one 100K Topstep and good start with 50 ticks. Nice. Should be able to rip right here. Buyers are looking good now. There we go. Let's rip right through the highs here. Come on. We need to touch the 80 there so I can lock in 10. Let's rip it right on through there. ES still lagging behind here. Rip it. Yeah, it feels tough we didn't get through it right there. Feels like that's not a good sign. Come on, rip it. Let's rip this thing. The seller said, nah. Come on. Guess she's going to be a dirty girl today. Price is midpoint of 4-hour bearish order block. Harambe says. Wait 5 for confirmation. Didn't get tagged out there. Very interesting. Just kind of watching the WADA here. It's looking, yes, at the VWAP here, looking kind of weakish. Don't look like it's going to go to me, but stopped out there. Think we will go at least to 60. At least to 60. We were at least going to touch the VWAP, but beyond that, I couldn't tell you. This turd's going to rip way higher. Sellers didn't really get much. Yeah, that push lower. That was the only concern for me was like when you struggle to go lower like that, the volatility at open did not have me convinced that we're going to go lower. But to be honest, this move back up doesn't have me convinced we're going to move higher either. Come on, push it. We're in long here. Let's go. Give it a push. Trader said VWAP. All right, pushed into the VWAP there. Really got to get through here strong. ES still has a little ways to go to get to the VWAP there, but holding up at the 20 SMA there at the 70 level. Got to really go here if it's going to go. We need 69. We need 69 to lock in 10. All right, here we go. Maybe we get 69. Let's see. Maybe we get 69. Push into the 70 here quickly. We'll lock in 10. We may just lock in 10 even if it doesn't. Jamie says, we're going to get it. Go, 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 go. Well, we're, you know. Juker, always a good day if you get 69. Oh, Juker, you're wrong. 59, 70, 58. There we go. Let's lock it in. We hit 69, right? One tick. I'm counting it. Is that right? Yeah, 48.75. Oh, yeah. So we actually only needed 58.75 or 68.75, and we hit that on the dot. 68.75. I'm sorry. So we got to hold the VWAP here and go. So if you guys are new, we lock in 10 once we hit 20. That's how this works. So locking in 10 there, $200. We'll take it. All right, little sellers popping in here. Very low volume. Might get tagged in here. We'll see what happens. All right, tagged in short. So 06, we need this thing to give us 86 in order to lock in profits. Sellers popping in there. All right, going to run the London low here, looks like. We can take that gap off there now, clean this up a little bit. So we need a trade into the 86 in order to lock in profits here. Bouncing just before the London lows. Little pop right here, right before it ran the lows. Might stop us out. Our stop is just above the VWAP here, so maybe we can hold below the VWAP. Maybe we can hold below and sell back down here. ES pushed back up right there into the 20 SMA, kind of holding below it. So let's see. Currently short, pushed down there from the 06s down to that whole number, 97 area, push back up. Kind of want to see it get right through here right now, show this weakness if we're going to sell. Let's see. Come on, sellers. Pop it on in here. Get it down. Get it down. Coming up on top of the hour here. I might get a little burst of energy. All right, popping. right there at the top of the hour. Now let's see, push down. Sales incoming, possibly. Is it going to give us what we need here? Give us what we need to get us back to green? Sure would be nice after my stupid trade right here before the market opened. After our stupid trade. That goes to show you why Alpine holds like he does, though. So even though you're down 10, 15 points, it's nothing for the NASDAQ to sweep back up 10, 15 points sometimes. It's nothing for it to do it. It's holding up here. I don't like how much support it's getting here, though, how it's kind of holding up. Don't love that. I expect it to probably run the London lows at the 94s, but beyond that, I don't know how much further we can get. And it can run these lows like whenever it wants. It doesn't have to run them, right now. We could pop back up into this range and then revisit this area later. It very well could. Got those wicks on the bottom of those candles as well there. ES is just kind of in consolidation mode here. Consolidation mode. I'd like to see it run the London low here. And then maybe we displace back to the upside. We could look for that. Look for an entry on that for the 5-minute setup today, potentially. It would be nice to close the gap down to 74.75, and that would lock us in some profit. I don't know that we'll get that gap fill today. Maybe. It does like to fill those gaps, but it doesn't always fill them when you want it to fill them. Mancini tweeted out, good moves to start ES today. Was looking for 47.10, which is the reaction zone as posted. We hit 47.09 high a day and now began the dip. Now it's up to the bulls to hold supports or we begin to sell. This was a key resistance that just tested. 46.92 remains first down. We're at 98 right now. So Mancini's thinking we may sell down to 92 here. We'll see. We're at 98 right now on the low of day over there on the ES. ES making lows, but lots of tall bottom wicks. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, I don't love the look of those wicks. We don't love it. We do not love it. Still doesn't mean it can't sell. There's some support here for sure. We are still in that 115-minute fair value gap. It wicked below it, but didn't close below it, so I guess technically it's still holding there. We got this other one below here as well. Finding a little support here. Comes some buyers. Might get stopped out here on this pushback up. Let's just see. ES is starting to push back up too. Approaching that 20 SMA that's been holding below all morning. So, holding below that 20 SMA there all morning. We do have the protection of the VWAP here at our stop. VWAP's at 1850 actually. We're not a whole lot of protection. We're only a point or two above it. Captain Obvious in the house. Good morning. Caca. What's that mean, JX? Oh, goodness. All right, approaching the VWAP there. JX, were you there during London today? I can't remember. I started a little bit late. My internet was having issues, but I started a little late. I don't know if you were there or not. I can't remember. I think you were. All right, ES breaking above the 20 SMA there. Looking like we're probably going to get stopped here. Kind of surprised if we do get stopped here. I mean, Not surprised that we get stopped, but that we didn't run those London lows, at least expecting to run those. All right, rejecting right there at the VWAP once again, so that's promising. ES back to the lows here, pushing through 98, down to 97.50 here. That might have just been a stop run, though. Bounced right off that 97.50 back up to 99. I don't love to look at that long wick on the bottom of that candle there. I'm going to get stopped here, looks like. I thought I set this up already, but I guess I didn't. 64, so what? 63.50 would be what? 53.50, 48.50 is the stop. And then 63, 73, 83, 93. Oh, 01. May not matter there. So this is a mechanical strategy that we've been doing. It's 15-minute opening range break. Per R or a high or a runner. You never know. If I'm sure it is a quick retracement, I will exit at 50% or 62%. Makes sense. That's just probability of a bounce. Might go 50% of the range and fall back lower. When I did the test yesterday, I just took the swings. That's where I tested it at. So I just tested the swings and it came in at 54%. It was still very profitable there. 127 handles versus like 40 handles in losses. And I was holding for the highs, but like I said, it's something I'm kind of new at looking at. So basically, if I took this entry here, I would be holding it for that swing. That's what I was looking at. That might make more sense to take it off before then, and like you said, leave a runner, and then if it continues, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Yeah, ES is already at the highs. NASDAQ lagging behind a little bit here. We need to get this to 83. Get it to 83, we can lock in 10. So if we get this to 83, we lock in 10 here. All right, let's get a push here right through the London highs. It seems like that's what it wants to do. Yokondo done for the day, long since 30.75. Nice. Good job. Just kind of watching here. Push it, push it, push it. What do we say we got to get to? 83. Need to get to 83 here. Get to 83, we can... All right. And That's what happens when the ES runs the highs first. NASDAQ kind of lagging. Any weakness there in the ES is going to kind of just bring us down here. And stopped out. Boom. Oh, stopped out there so quick. Look at that. All right, so there you have it. That's the week in review. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but just kind of want to show you guys the trades individually and see what happens on those trades. We lost 4 out of 5 days this past week, losing $1,000, and that brings our total to $2,320 across the previous 16 weeks on this forward test. We're averaging $145 a week, win percentage at 41%. So we did 6 months of back testing before we did the 4-month forward test. So we have 10 months of data, and in the 6 months of back test, it ran at about 50% win percentage. So we're running quite a bit lower right now. I may continue to trade the strategy just kind of in the background to see if things change going into 2023. But in my opinion, after doing the forward test without tweaking the strategy a bit to make the win percentage higher, I don't think it's a strategy that I'm going to be trading going forward. A lot of times you're shorting at the lows and you're longing at the highs, and that's just not going to work a whole lot of times. So if you see a lot of consolidation before it takes you through the highs or the lows, it seems to work better. But so there'll be some tweaks maybe we'll make to it, but in the 16-week forward test, it's just not working out. It's basically a break-even strategy. And we're not here to break even. We're here to make money on any strategy that we are trading. I just want to go over right quick. We did pass 2 more Topstep combines on Friday. So we now do have, starting Monday, we'll have 3 express funded accounts. Let's kind of go over the weekend review on this express funded account. See, we made $669, which is pretty much where we're at on our balance there. We were up $151. So like I said, the 15-minute strategy is not something I'm going to review on. We may tweak it and start a new series and see how that goes. But I think that we're probably just going to be going forward with the 5-minute strategy from here on. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. If you are interested in trading futures, we got Topstep, APEX, and Bulenox links down below. If you are going to be trading Topstep, resetting, or adding a new account, please use my link down below. It does give me credit for it, and it helps out a great deal. We do appreciate it. 71% off of APEX, 72% off Bulenox. And we do trade live 5 days a week if you're new here, Monday through Friday, London and New York, 3 a.m. Eastern, 9:15 a.m. Eastern as well. Do have the link to the Discord down below. It's $10 a month if you guys are interested in joining. That's going to do it for me. Like I said, I hate that the 15-minute strategy is not working out, but that's the reason you do forward test, to see. You don't just do back test and say, oh, it worked great in the back test, it should do the same in the forward test. That's not always the case. I may, like I said, I may go ahead and still take the trades during the new year here and maybe make a few tweaks to it and see how that goes. But for right now, the review videos are over. That's 16 weeks in the books, and we'll move forward. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought about the 15-minute strategy, and I'll see you next time.